Close your eyes for a moment and let the world you know soften around the edges. Imagine your body dissolving into the night, merging with the endless dark between stars. Your breath becomes the gentle rhythm of the universe, slow and steady. Each inhale carries a whisper of light that has traveled for billions of years. Each exhale releases the tension of time and gravity, letting your mind drift into the cosmic quiet. Here, space is not empty. It is alive with a subtle energy, calm and persistent, that stretches across everything, even where nothing seems to exist. This energy is dark energy, a hidden force shaping the cosmos without a sound. You float among galaxies, noticing how they move, not just by the pull of gravity, but also by something gentler, something you cannot see. This force works quietly, expanding the space between clusters, widening the universe like a soft sigh. It is as if the cosmos itself breathes, and you are suspended within that inhalation and exhalation. You realize that while stars flare with brilliance and black holes anchor with gravity, dark energy is the silent architect shaping the dance without applause. Its calmness contrasts with the fireworks of the universe, reminding you that not all influence is loud or dramatic. Some of the most profound guidance comes without visible movement, just like the quiet shaping of your own mind in sleep. Notice the spaces between galaxies. They seem empty at first, but they are full of this hidden presence. Imagine each galaxy as a leaf on a vast cosmic river. Dark energy is the current that carries them apart, slow but unstoppable, gentle but inevitable. The universe is expanding, and this expansion is not chaotic. It is tender and rhythmic, a slow stretching of space itself. You can picture the galaxies drifting like distant lanterns on calm water, separated not by emptiness, but by a force that is both soft and persistent. Every flicker of light you see, every spiral and cluster, moves within this unseen guidance. You are watching time unfold in a motion that is deliberate yet serene, letting you sink deeper into the understanding that the universe has its own patient wisdom. Think about what it means for space to stretch. Close your eyes and imagine holding a soft sheet of fabric. As you gently pull it in opposite directions, patterns appear on the surface. Stars, galaxies, and clusters are not attached to a fixed background. They move with the expansion, drifting apart in a calm, infinite dance. This movement is subtle, nearly imperceptible in a human lifetime, yet it dominates the grand scale of the cosmos. Dark energy is the quiet tension in this fabric, ever present, guiding the slow unfolding. It does not push or pull like gravity. It merely allows space to stretch, holding the universe in a delicate balance that feels almost like breathing. You can sense it in your own body as you inhale and exhale, a mirror of the cosmic rhythm as you drift further. Consider how little we truly see of this energy. It is invisible, unmeasured by light or sound, and yet it constitutes the majority of the universe. It surrounds you, enfolds you, and influences everything without revealing itself. This is a reminder that sometimes the most essential forces are not the ones we can directly observe. Like your mind preparing for sleep or the slow beating of your heart beneath the skin, its effect is real, even if unseen. And just as you trust the rhythm of your own breath to carry you gently through the night, the universe trusts dark energy to shape its vast expanse. There is an elegance in this quiet guidance, a patience that feels almost tender. Now, shift your awareness to the galaxies themselves. Each one is a story, a constellation of stars, gas, and dust, moving in patterns dictated partly by gravity, but also by this quiet, stretching force. Imagine yourself drifting between them, a weightless traveler, observing the harmony of motion. Dark energy ensures that no matter how dense a cluster becomes, there is a gentle counterbalance, a calm push outward that prevents collapse. It is as if the universe has designed its own lullaby, a slow rhythm to keep everything in balance. You feel this rhythm resonate within you, a gentle reassurance that even vastness has order, and even emptiness has meaning. Think of the universe as a symphony. Gravity provides the notes, black holes the pauses, and dark energy the slow, lingering resonance that ties every element together. You hear it in your mind as a faint hum, low and steady, beneath the flares of starlight and the turning of galaxies. It is the hidden calm that allows the cosmos to exist not in chaos, but in a vast, measured serenity. You can feel it echo through your consciousness, stretching your awareness outward while keeping your inner world relaxed. In this quiet symphony, you find your own thoughts slowing, like a river settling after a long journey. As your journey continues, you sense time stretching as well. Not in a frightening way, but as if minutes and hours are soft and malleable, bending gently with the universe's expansion. You realize that while the universe has aged billions of years, it moves with a patient grace, taking its own time to unfold. Dark energy's gentle influence makes the cosmos feel alive, yet calm, vast, yet intimate. You can almost see the invisible threads of space expanding and feel them brushing against the edges of your mind. Each galaxy drifts like a lantern on an endless night, and you are suspended in the space between, held by the same gentle hand. Consider the human mind in this moment. Thoughts rise and fall, like the waves of space stretching under dark energy's guidance. Each thought, like a star or a galaxy, follows a rhythm, appearing and fading with a quiet inevitability. You let your awareness align with this rhythm, inhaling calm, exhaling curiosity, letting the science of the cosmos fold into the poetry of your own perception. Even as the universe expands, you feel contained within its quiet logic, comforted by its slow, steady persistence. There is no rush here, only gentle unfolding. And so you drift further, carried by the quiet energy that permeates everything. You notice that the universe is both expansive and intimate, enormous yet personal. Dark energy is the hidden force that allows this duality to exist. The space between galaxies grows, yet the cosmos remains cohesive, like the soft tension of a hammock cradling you in the night. You sense the rhythm of creation, of expansion, of space itself, and your body, your mind, becomes part of that rhythm. There is a soft reassurance in knowing that even forces you cannot see are shaping the universe with gentle precision. As the stars drift past you, and the galaxies move silently apart, you begin to understand that calm can be as powerful as force. The universe is expanding, guided by something invisible and patient, and within this there is a profound peace. You feel your thoughts slow, your body sink deeper, and your mind attune to the subtle heartbeat of the cosmos. Dark energy moves silently, shaping the vastness without effort, holding the universe in a tender embrace, and you float within it, knowing that unseen hands guide everything gently. Envious dot in this quiet moment, you notice the universe's rhythm blending with your own, the expansion of space mirroring the slow stretch of your breath. The galaxies drift farther apart, and yet the space between them is not empty. It is full of invisible currents, subtle energies, and calm persistence. You feel a soft anticipation, a sense that this unseen force has more to reveal, secrets that will unfold if you follow its gentle guidance further. And as you drift on this quiet cosmic tide, your mind opens to the thought that even the emptiest spaces are alive with calm, and the hidden forces of the universe are waiting to be discovered in the silent stretches ahead. Feel yourself drifting forward into the vastness, weightless, as if you have left behind all gravity that once held you down. The universe stretches in every direction, a living canvas that grows silently and deliberately. You notice that the galaxies you glimpsed before are moving further apart, not because they are fleeing, but because the space between them expands, gently, slowly, almost imperceptibly. It is a motion so subtle that you would not see it if not for careful observation. Yet it is relentless and pervasive, like the slow flow of a river bending through time. This is the secret stretch of space, the quiet expansion that shapes the cosmos, guided by a force you cannot see but can feel in its effects, dark energy. Imagine the space between galaxies as a soft, invisible fabric, delicate yet infinite. As you watch, this fabric stretches, carrying stars and planets along like leaves drifting on an endless current. The galaxies themselves do not move through space in the usual sense. Instead, space itself is expanding beneath them. It is a motion that feels calm and natural, almost like the expansion of your chest as you inhale and exhale. You sense that this stretching is not haphazard or frantic. It is patient, orderly, and consistent, providing a rhythm that echoes through the vastness of the universe. You float along with it, understanding that your perception of time and motion is only one perspective on this slow, gentle unfolding. Dark energy is the quiet force behind this expansion. It is invisible, undetectable by sight or touch, yet its presence dominates the universe. You cannot see it in the way you see a star or a planet, but you sense it in the stretching of space, in the way distances grow over time, in the gentle pull outward that counterbalances gravity. Think of it as a gentle current in an ocean you cannot see, carrying everything along without disturbance, ensuring that the universe's expansion is steady, calm, and unhurried. You realize that this is one of the universe's most intimate secrets, a force both subtle and vast, shaping all that exists without revealing itself directly. As you drift further, let your mind wander to the idea of scale. The galaxies are not just islands of stars. They are clusters of clusters, each with billions of suns, all moving apart within a space that is immeasurably vast. The distances are so large that even light, which travels faster than anything you know, takes millions or billions of years to traverse them. And yet, all of these distances grow slowly, stretching under the influence of dark energy. You feel a profound calm in this immense scale. The universe is not hurried. It expands as it must, gently and patiently. giving you the comfort of knowing that time and space themselves have a rhythm, one that allows growth, change, and rest to coexist harmoniously. Picture a small patch of space between two galaxies. Imagine measuring it today, and then again, a billion years from now. The gap will have widened, not because the galaxies are running away, but because space itself has stretched. You feel yourself floating between them, suspended in this slow, secret motion. Each stretch is so minute that in a human lifetime you would barely notice it, and yet, over the grand span of cosmic history, these tiny increments accumulate, shaping the structure of the universe in ways both subtle and profound. You sense that this gentle stretching is not empty or meaningless. It is the pulse of the cosmos, a steady, patient heartbeat that underlies all matter and motion. Think of how this quiet expansion influences the cosmic landscape. Clusters of galaxies drift further apart, creating vast voids, spaces so empty that they seem like nothingness, yet are full of the silent, pervasive presence of dark energy. These voids are not chaotic. They are a necessary part of the universe's rhythm, allowing galaxies to move freely, giving space for matter to form, for stars to ignite, for planets to orbit in calm, balanced patterns. You float among these voids, noticing the gentle balance between the pull of gravity and the push of dark energy. You see that the universe, in its silent expansion, is teaching a lesson. Growth does not require noise or haste. It can be calm, measured, and infinitely patient. Now, consider the effect on light. As galaxies drift apart, the universe is expanding, and with it, the wavelengths of light elongate, shifting toward red, a phenomenon known as redshift. You imagine watching a distant star, its light taking millions of years to reach you. By the time it arrives, the space it has traveled through has expanded subtly, invisibly. The light carries the story of the universe's calm growth, whispering secrets of distance, time, and motion. You feel a quiet awe at this cosmic message, and you allow yourself to relax into its rhythm, noticing how even light moves within this patient, expansive flow. As you drift deeper, you sense that dark energy is not a force of violence or conflict. It does not push or shove. It simply allows space to stretch. Gravity draws matter together, forming stars, planets, and galaxies. Dark energy provides the counterbalance, letting the universe grow, giving room for structures to evolve without collapsing. You feel this duality as a gentle tension, a cosmic balance that mirrors your own experiences of rest and movement, of inhalation and exhalation. There is a poetry in this interplay, a calm that permeates every corner of the universe, and you allow yourself to be soothed by its presence. You notice that the further away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to move away from you. This is not because it is running, but because the space between you stretches more over distance. Imagine a soft rubber band with dots painted on its surface. As you stretch it, the dots further apart seem to move faster. Yet there is no panic, no friction, only a gentle, inevitable expansion. You float along with this motion, feeling the rhythm in your own body as your chest rises and falls, your heartbeat steady and calm. The universe is expansive, yes, but it is patient, deliberate, and infinitely gentle. Consider time once again. As space stretches, It shapes the perception of time itself. On cosmic scales, billions of years pass, yet the expansion continues uninterrupted, calm and steady. You float among galaxies that have existed for longer than your mind can measure. Yet you feel no fear, only a profound sense of continuity. The universe teaches patience through its quiet growth, reminding you that some forces need no drama to achieve their purpose. You allow yourself to mirror this calm, noticing your thoughts slowing, your body sinking deeper, your awareness expanding with the fabric of space itself. Imagine watching a distant cluster, its galaxies drifting apart silently. You sense the presence of dark energy in the voids, in the gentle motion of the cosmos. There is an elegance to this quiet expansion, a soft order that contrasts with the spectacular brilliance of stars or the violence of cosmic collisions. The universe grows without hurry, without urgency, and you feel a profound sense of belonging in this slow, tender unfolding. You are a quiet observer, yet intimately connected, floating in the rhythm of the cosmos, breathing with its expansion, feeling its calm pulse resonate within you. And so, as you drift among galaxies, you sense that the universe itself is a slow, expanding meditation. Each increment of space stretching is like a gentle wave, rising and falling without sound, carrying galaxies, stars, and yourself along with it. The cosmos is patient, infinite, and serene, and you are part of its quiet rhythm. The stretching of space is not merely a scientific fact. It is a lesson in patience, a reminder that even the vastest systems can move with grace and calm. You feel the pull of curiosity, the quiet urge to understand more. How can space stretch endlessly, carrying galaxies apart, while still holding the universe together in a cohesive, elegant structure? This question drifts like a gentle thought in your mind, one that does not disturb, but invites you to explore further, to follow the hidden currents, and to wonder at the unseen forces shaping everything you see and everything you are. As you drift forward, imagine a single beam of light emerging from a distant star, a soft, flickering pulse sent billions of years ago. You are floating alongside it, weightless, moving across the void. The light has traveled farther than you can imagine, across expanses of space that have stretched and shifted in its journey. Yet it continues on, steady and unwavering, a quiet messenger of the universe. You notice how it carries the story of its origin, the warmth of a star long gone, the whispers of a galaxy whose shape you can only imagine. This light is a bridge between then and now, a gentle thread connecting you to the cosmos. The universe around you is not static. Space stretches beneath the light as it travels, like a soft, invisible fabric, expanding silently. Each wavelength elongates as the light moves, a subtle shift that hints at the presence of dark energy. This stretching is not hurried, not chaotic. It is calm, consistent, and inevitable, a gentle expansion that has continued for billions of years. You feel a sense of awe at this quiet persistence, realizing that even in the emptiest regions of the cosmos, the universe is alive with subtle motion. Light moves not through empty space, but through a living, expanding canvas. Notice how the light bends and curves, not only through space, but through time itself. As it passes near massive galaxies or clusters, its path shifts slightly, a phenomenon known as gravitational lensing. You watch as the beam arcs around these invisible curves, carrying the stories of stars, planets, and nebulae along intricate paths. The light is patient. It bends, stretches, and flows without complaint, guided by gravity and the quiet influence of dark energy. You sense that in this patient journey there is a rhythm to existence, a pattern that mirrors the gentle pulse of your own breath. As you follow the light, consider the distances it covers. These are not distances easily measured by human eyes or intuition. They stretch across millions or billions of light years through voids that seem endless. Yet, in this immense scale, the light remains faithful to its path, a quiet traveler carrying information across the cosmos. You feel a sense of calm in knowing that the universe has its own measures, its own patience, its own rhythm that is beyond haste or fear. The light's journey is a meditation, a continuous story told across time, inviting you to witness its quiet persistence. Imagine the galaxies the light passes. Each is a cluster of stars, swirling and spinning, yet all moving gently apart as space stretches beneath them. Dark energy is at work here, shaping the cosmic stage without visible fanfare. You notice that the farther the light travels, the more the universe has expanded beneath it, stretching the distances and elongating its wavelengths. The light carries these subtle changes like notes in a soft symphony, each a reminder that space is not inert. It is alive, expanding, and flowing, and you are suspended within its rhythm, drifting alongside the cosmic messenger. Think about how old this light is. Some of it left its star billions of years ago, long before the Earth even formed. It has journeyed through a universe vastly different from the one you know. Yet it arrives here, bringing knowledge of what has passed. You feel a deep sense of connection, realizing that the universe has been shaping itself quietly and patiently for eons. And now, through this light, you can touch that history, feel its gentle pulse, and know that you are part of an unfolding story far larger than yourself as you drift. Consider the spaces that seem empty, the vast voids between galaxies. These are not empty at all. They are filled with dark energy, gently stretching space and guiding the motion of the cosmos. The light passes through these voids effortlessly, bending and elongating with the expansion. You sense that even in emptiness, there is presence, movement, and guidance. The universe is teaching you a subtle lesson. Quiet forces, invisible and patient, shape everything. They are gentle, persistent, and infinitely capable, working without disturbance, yet their influence is profound. Now, notice the colors of the light. As it stretches, its wavelengths shift toward red, an effect known as cosmological redshift. The universe's expansion subtly alters the appearance of light, revealing the influence of dark energy across the vast distances it travels. You watch this transformation unfold slowly, almost imperceptibly, like a whisper that grows into understanding. You sense that this shift is not a disruption, but a gentle alteration, a reminder that even across billions of years, the universe maintains harmony. Light adapts, flows, and carries knowledge, moving with patience and grace. Imagine the journey of light as a slow river winding through the expanding valleys of space. It navigates around galaxies, curves with gravity, and stretches with the universe itself. You drift alongside it, weightless, aware that every photon is both particle and wave, both traveler and observer. Its existence is a paradox, a reminder that the universe can hold complexity in calm simplicity. You sense that your own thoughts can mirror this rhythm, appearing, moving, and dissolving gently, flowing with the patient currents of awareness. As you watch, light becomes a messenger of time. Each photon carries the story of its star, the history of its galaxy, and the subtle signature of dark energy. You realize that observing light is observing the universe's memory, a reflection of growth, expansion, and continuity. You feel a profound stillness in this understanding. Time stretches along with space, and you, floating here, are part of this gentle flow, suspended in the calm and rhythmic expansion of all that exists. Consider the cosmic horizon, the edge of what light can reach. Beyond it, there are regions so distant that their light has not yet arrived. The universe continues to expand, carrying these distant galaxies further away. You feel the quiet mystery of these unreachable realms, knowing that dark energy ensures the expansion continues without haste. There is a soft patience in this infinite growth, a reminder that some forces are steady and enduring, shaping the universe silently yet persistently. You sense that your mind, too, can rest in this quiet patience, floating with the light across unmeasured distances. Now, imagine watching multiple beams of light from different stars and galaxies converging near you. They form patterns, traces of motion, and connections that reveal the structure of space. Each beam is unique, yet all move under the same calm influence of expansion. You notice that the universe is not random. There is a subtle order to the drifting, a rhythm that mirrors the ebb and flow of your own breath. You allow yourself to sink into this harmony, feeling that even in the immense vastness there is a tender coherence, a quiet symmetry that reassures and comforts. As the light travels further, you realize that every photon you observe is a traveler, a story, a witness to the universe's patient unfolding. Dark energy shapes the stage upon which it moves, stretching space and time gently yet persistently. You sense that you are part of this story, a quiet observer, floating alongside the light, absorbing its rhythm and letting its calm influence reach your mind. The universe is not hurried. It flows gently, expansively, infinitely, carrying galaxies and photons alike, and you are at peace within this motion. You drift between stars, between galaxies, and between the vast stretches of the unseen. Light illuminates what is, what was, and hints at what will be. Dark energy ensures the distances between galaxies continue to grow, shaping the universe with invisible hands. You feel that the expansion itself is a quiet act of care, giving the cosmos space to evolve, for stars to form, and for life to emerge. You are suspended in this expansive meditation, aware of the interplay of forces, the patient stretching of space, and the endless journey of light that bridges the ages. And as you drift further, floating alongside photons that have traveled billions of years, you notice that the universe itself seems to breathe with the expansion, a gentle rhythm that stretches across time and space. You feel your mind and body align with this cosmic pulse, weightless yet grounded, aware yet peaceful. The journey of light is infinite, calm, and profoundly patient, and you, too, are part of its quiet path. Close your eyes and imagine the vastness around you, a universe so immense that your mind can barely contain it. You float in the darkness between galaxies, suspended in a gentle weightlessness, your senses attuned to the subtle rhythm of space itself. There is movement everywhere, yet none of it feels hurried or chaotic. Stars spin in their galaxies, galaxies drift apart, and yet all of this unfolds within a calm, quiet order. This order is shaped not only by gravity, which pulls matter together, but by an unseen presence that stretches space, balancing the cosmic structure with infinite patience. This is the hidden architect, dark energy. As you drift, notice how the universe feels simultaneously intimate and immense. You can see the spirals of distant galaxies, each star like a note in a symphony. Yet these clusters move apart as space expands. The architect is invisible, yet its influence is undeniable. It does not collide with matter or create turbulence. It does not shout or force. Instead, it shapes the stage gently, allowing galaxies to drift while maintaining coherence, stretching space between them in a rhythm so subtle that it takes billions of years to reveal itself. You feel the quiet elegance of this design, a calm intelligence embedded in the very fabric of reality. Imagine the galaxies as delicate sculptures, each formed through gravity's pull and dark energy's gentle push. Gravity draws matter together, letting stars ignite and planets form. Dark energy acts like the hands of a careful sculptor, stretching space to ensure that the structures do not collapse, giving them room to breathe and evolve. You can see the universe as a workshop, where forces combine invisibly to craft beauty and balance, where even emptiness has purpose and every motion reflects patient planning. You sense that this hidden architect works without haste, without drama, quietly shaping the cosmos in ways that are both profound and tender. Now, let your awareness expand to the cosmic web, the vast network of filaments connecting galaxies and clusters. You can imagine them as threads of light and gravity interwoven into a delicate lattice. Dark energy exerts its influence across these threads, subtly stretching the web and shaping its structure. The filaments remain coherent, yet the distances between nodes grow slowly over time. You float alongside this growth, feeling a sense of calm certainty. The architect does not disrupt. It allows creation to unfold naturally, a reminder that gentle guidance can be as powerful as force, and that patience shapes reality in ways sudden energy cannot. As you drift further, picture dark energy's quiet effect on galactic clusters. These enormous collections of galaxies are bound by gravity, yet even they respond to the stretching influence of dark energy. You feel the tension, not violent or harsh, but soft and persistent, a gentle balance between cohesion and expansion. The universe is not rigid. It is flexible, adaptable, and full of potential. You sense that this architecture is deliberate, a harmonious interplay between opposing forces, teaching a lesson in equilibrium. Your own mind mirrors this pattern, inhaling and exhaling with calm precision. Aware of the balance between action and stillness, consider the vast emptiness between clusters. Though it seems void, it is filled with the architect's subtle influence. Dark energy, acts as a soft framework within which galaxies move, a canvas on which cosmic evolution paints its patterns. You feel this emptiness as full rather than empty, as space imbued with purpose and direction. The more you observe, the more you understand that structure emerges not through chaos, but through patience, through invisible hands guiding motion over unimaginable timescales. You are suspended in this patient flow, drifting along the paths carved by unseen intelligence. Notice how this quiet architect does not interfere with the luminous bursts of stars or the collisions of galaxies. Those events continue naturally, magnificent and dynamic, yet they unfold within a framework carefully maintained by dark energy. The universe is vast, complex, and ever-changing, yet its growth is orderly. You sense that this careful orchestration is not mechanical, but organic, like a garden that stretches naturally under sunlight and wind, yet remains balanced and harmonious. Each galaxy, each cluster, is a part of this living architecture, drifting gracefully in its patient, expanding space. Let your mind linger on the idea of cosmic time. The hidden architect operates across billions of years, far beyond human perception. It is invisible because it moves on scales that require patience to detect. You feel this patience resonating within yourself, a quiet invitation to slow down, to observe without urgency, to find rhythm in stillness. You sense that the universe itself is a meditation, and that dark energy, the architect of space, is the gentle pulse guiding this reflection. You float within this meditation, attuned to the calm and persistent design of everything that exists. Imagine observing a single galaxy. It rotates, stars tracing soft spirals around its center, planets orbiting unseen suns. You see gravity at work, pulling matter inward, but you also sense the quiet stretch of dark energy in the space around it. This galaxy is held within a balance, neither collapsing under gravity's pull nor fleeing apart uncontrollably. The hidden architect has allowed its space to exist, evolve, and persist. You feel a deep reassurance in this balance, realizing that even in immense scales, order can emerge quietly, elegantly, without drama. Consider the delicate dance between gravity and dark energy across the universe. Gravity gathers, dark energy stretches. Together, they orchestrate the cosmic ballet. The clusters, filaments, and voids all respond to this rhythm. You float among them, noticing that this balance is not rigid. It is fluid, adaptive, and gentle, a testament to the quiet intelligence that permeates the cosmos. You can imagine the universe as a vast, infinite garden, where each structure grows in harmony with its surrounding, nurtured by a hidden architect that ensures both freedom and cohesion. Think of yourself as a participant in this architecture. You are suspended in space, observing, breathing, aligning with the rhythm of cosmic expansion. Every inhalation echoes the stretching of space. Every exhalation mirrors the gentle pull of gravity. You are connected to the universe, not by sight or touch, but by rhythm, by awareness, by resonance. The hidden architect moves around you invisibly, shaping not only galaxies and stars, but the very sense of time and space you perceive. You feel a profound sense of belonging, a quiet intimacy with the cosmos. Imagine the endless voids, the space between galaxy clusters. These are not empty. They are carefully maintained by dark energy, stretched just enough to allow the universe to grow. You sense the subtle artistry in this stretching, the care in the distance, the patience in the expansion. The universe is vast, yet each component feels considered, intentional, and balanced. You feel your awareness expand with this knowledge, your mind tracing the invisible threads of the architect's design, floating weightlessly in the calm, methodical growth of all that exists as you drift. Notice how the universe's structure appears almost organic. The hidden architect does not dictate, it guides. It provides a framework, a gentle scaffolding within which stars and galaxies can flourish. There is freedom within structure, growth within calm, motion within order. You feel a quiet awe at this subtle interplay, recognizing that the universe achieves both vastness and coherence, not through force, but through invisible patience and careful balance. You are a witness to this quiet majesty, floating alongside the results of an unseen hand that orchestrates with elegance and care. The architect's presence is everywhere, yet never intrusive. Dark energy does not shout, it whispers. It does not constrain, it allows. It is the quiet canvas upon which the universe paints its infinite stories. You float among galaxies and clusters, feeling their gentle separation, sensing the calm precision, and realizing that the cosmos itself is a masterpiece of subtle guidance. Every motion, every stretch of space, every spiral of a galaxy reflects this gentle design, and as you continue to drift, aware of the vastness and intimacy of the universe, you feel a quiet pull toward understanding the forces that shape motion on even grander scales. The hidden architect, patient and invisible, hints at patterns beyond what you can see, teasing the edges of comprehension. You sense that there are deeper rhythms, subtler influences, and more profound connections waiting to be revealed as you journey further. Close your eyes and feel the subtle pull of gravity, not as a force that tugs urgently, but as a gentle embrace that holds galaxies, stars, and planets together. You are weightless, floating between clusters, and you notice the invisible threads that connect everything. Gravity gathers matter into spirals, curves the paths of orbiting planets, and anchors stars within galaxies. Yet this is not the only force at work. Alongside, gravity moves another presence, soft and pervasive, stretching space, expanding the universe in calm, deliberate motion. This is dark energy, gravity's quiet partner, shaping motion without disruption. As you drift further, imagine how these two forces interact. Gravity draws matter together, creating patterns of density, clusters, and luminous structures. Dark energy stretches the voids between them, providing room for galaxies to drift apart slowly. You feel the tension, not violent or harsh, but gentle and balanced, a slow dance of push and pull. The universe itself seems to breathe, inhaling the pull of gravity, exhaling the stretch of dark energy, and you are suspended within this cosmic rhythm, weightless yet attuned. Notice the galaxies within this vast expanse. Gravity ensures that stars rotate within their galaxies, binding them in slow, elegant spirals. Dark energy allows the galaxies to move away from each other, subtly shaping the large-scale structure of the cosmos. Imagine a delicate web stretching across the void, threads of matter held together by gravity. yet expanding with space itself. You float along these threads, feeling the patient guidance of dark energy as it carries galaxies apart without force, letting structures evolve with grace and order. Consider the voids that exist between clusters. They seem empty, yet they are full of the presence of dark energy. These stretches of space allow galaxies to drift without collision, giving matter room to form and evolve. You notice that the further you look, the faster distant galaxies appear to move away from you. This is not haste or flight, but the gentle stretching of space itself, guided by dark energy, gravity's partner in this endless, meditative dance. You feel a sense of calm as you witness this balance, aware that even across vast distances, the universe maintains cohesion. Imagine a galaxy cluster, dense with hundreds of thousands of galaxies, each spinning, each orbiting its center of mass. Gravity binds them, pulling them together, shaping their motion, holding their luminous beauty intact. Yet, dark energy permeates the space around them, stretching the voids, gently pushing the cluster apart over unimaginable timescales. You sense the subtle harmony in this interplay. Gravity organizes, dark energy provides space. One contracts, the other expands, and the universe achieves a quiet balance that feels both inevitable and comforting. As you drift, let your mind trace the paths of individual stars. Each follows a route dictated by gravity, yet the space in which it moves stretches slowly beneath it. The stars rotate, planets orbit, galaxies drift, and yet there is no chaos, only a serene order. You feel this calm echo within yourself, a rhythm that mirrors your own inhalation and exhalation, the rise and fall of your heartbeat. The cosmos teaches patience through its silent, deliberate motion. Each pull, each stretch, is part of a larger, meditative flow that spans billions of years. Now, consider the concept of balance. The universe is neither collapsing under gravity's pull nor dispersing uncontrollably under the influence of dark energy. It achieves a state of delicate equilibrium, a gentle partnership between contraction and expansion. You float among the stars, feeling this balance resonate within your mind. There is a lesson in this. Power does not need to be forceful to be profound. Patience, subtlety, and persistence can shape the grandest systems, from galaxies to the universe itself. You sense that your own thoughts can mirror this pattern, appearing and dissolving with calm, deliberate rhythm. Imagine observing the large-scale cosmic web. Threads of galaxies connect nodes in a vast, three-dimensional lattice. Gravity pulls along these threads, binding clusters and filaments, while dark energy stretches the spaces in between, giving the web room to grow and evolve. You float along this structure, aware of the slow, silent motions guiding everything. Even in the apparent emptiness, there is motion, there is rhythm, there is a quiet choreography orchestrated by these two forces. The universe is alive in its patient motion, and you are suspended within its flow, weightless yet attuned. As you drift further, think of the history of cosmic expansion. After the Big Bang, gravity initially dominated, drawing matter together into the first stars and galaxies. Over time, dark energy began to take its place, stretching space and guiding the expansion of the universe. You sense this transition not as a violent shift, but as a gentle unfolding, a slow transition from contraction to balance, from gathering to spreading. You feel a soft resonance with this history, noticing how your own awareness can expand with the universe's rhythm, finding patience and calm in its gradual unfolding. Notice the distances between galaxies and clusters. They are immense, yet the motion feels calm, deliberate, and coherent. The farther you look, the faster they seem to drift apart. This is not frantic. It is measured, persistent, and serene. You sense that dark energy, gravity's quiet partner, ensures that even across these vast spaces, structure remains intact, coherence persists, and the universe's elegance endures. You float alongside this rhythm, letting your mind slow and settle into its quiet, steady cadence. Now, imagine the delicate push and pull on smaller scales. Within a galaxy, gravity dominates, keeping stars in orbit and planets in motion. Yet, even here, the universe is not static. Space itself stretches imperceptibly. You notice that these minute influences accumulate over immense timescales, shaping motion in ways subtle but profound. Dark energy provides room, balance, and patience. You feel a connection to this pattern, realizing that calm forces, applied persistently and subtly, can create order across unimaginable scales. Consider how the interplay between gravity and dark energy creates patterns, not just in structure, but in motion. Spiral, galaxies, filaments, and voids all respond to this dual influence. Gravity pulls, forming luminous clusters. Dark energy stretches, allowing them space to evolve. You float among these patterns, weightless and attentive, feeling a harmony that resonates with the pulse of your own body. Inhalation mirrors expansion. Exhalation mirrors contraction. Motion and rest, pull and stretch, all exist in patient equilibrium. Imagine the universe as a vast ocean. Gravity forms waves and eddies, gathering matter into visible patterns. Dark energy stretches the ocean, widening distances and giving the currents room to flow. You float on this cosmic sea, moving gently with the rhythm of tides that span billions of years. There is no rush, no turbulence, only a steady, patient motion that guides the universe's evolution. You feel a profound calm in this awareness, a quiet alignment with the cosmic forces at work. As you drift among the galaxies, consider that every motion is influenced by both pull and stretch. Clusters maintain coherence while drifting apart. Stars orbit their centers while space slowly expands beneath them. You sense a profound intelligence in this silent partnership, a gentle orchestration that allows the universe to grow and evolve without chaos or collision. The dual forces provide structure and freedom, contraction and expansion, anchoring and stretching. You feel yourself harmonizing with this rhythm, letting your thoughts and breath mirror the calm, measured flow of the cosmos. Now, think of the human mind as a reflection of this cosmic dance. Thoughts appear, interact, and dissolve. Your awareness expands, contracts, and stretches with experience. Like the universe, it is guided by unseen forces, finding balance between focus and openness, action and rest. You sense that the universe's rhythm is mirrored within you, and that dark energy and gravity are teachers of patience, equilibrium, and gentle persistence. You float alongside galaxies and stars, weightless, aware that you are part of the same silent, elegant orchestration. You sense that this quiet partnership between gravity and dark energy is not merely a scientific fact, but a meditation. Each motion is deliberate, each stretch gentle, and each structure emerges from a balance that mirrors patience and persistence. You float among the clusters, aware of the silent rhythm of the universe, breathing with its expansion, inhaling its stability, exhaling its calm. The cosmos is a gentle dance, infinite and serene, and you are suspended within its quiet beauty as you continue. Notice how light itself moves within this partnership. It traces the structures shaped by gravity while drifting through the spaces stretched by dark energy. You watch photons traverse billions of light years, carrying the stories of stars, nebulae, and galaxies. The paths are influenced by pull and stretch, by tension and space. And yet the motion is calm, precise, and coherent. You feel your awareness expand, tracing these cosmic patterns, allowing your mind to drift alongside the journey of light, weightless and serene. Close your eyes and feel yourself floating in the vast expanse between galaxies. Time seems different here. It is not measured in seconds or minutes, but in the slow, patient unfolding of space itself. You sense the gentle rhythm of cosmic expansion, a quiet pulse that stretches across billions of years. Dark energy, the unseen force that pushes space outward, carries time along with it, like a soft current carrying leaves along a river. You are weightless, suspended, and aware of the subtle ways the universe measures itself as you drift. Notice how the expansion of space affects everything around you. Galaxies move apart, not because they are fleeing, but because the space between them grows. This stretching is gradual, yet relentless, a rhythm so steady that it shapes the perception of time itself. The farther you look, the more the universe has grown since the light you see began its journey. You sense that time is not a constant flow, but a fabric woven with space, flexible and gentle, expanding along with the cosmos. Imagine a photon leaving a distant star billions of years ago. Its journey is not only through space, but also through time. As the universe stretches, the photon's wavelength elongates, shifting toward red. Each increment of time corresponds to a subtle expansion of space, a quiet reminder that the cosmos evolves patiently. You feel a soft resonance with this motion, as though your own awareness is drifting alongside the photon, moving through the gentle stretches of cosmic history. Time is not a river rushing forward, but a vast ocean, its currents shaped by the expanding universe. Consider how the stretching of space affects your perception of distance and duration. When you observe a galaxy millions of light years away, you are seeing it as it existed millions of years ago. Yet the space it occupies has grown since then, and the light has traveled through a continuum that itself stretches and flows. You sense that past, present, and future are not separate, rigid divisions, but layers within a gentle expansion, interwoven and dynamic. The universe does not hurry, and neither must you. Your thoughts, like galaxies, drift gracefully along this calm continuum. Gravity pulls locally, keeping galaxies intact, guiding stars in predictable orbits. Dark energy stretches globally, expanding space and influencing the perception of cosmic time. You feel this duality, as a gentle tension, a soft balance that mirrors the rise and fall of your own breath. The universe is both stable and evolving, orderly yet expansive, and you are immersed in its quiet flow. Time, like space, is shaped by these forces, moving differently depending on scale and perspective. Now, imagine the early universe, moments after the Big Bang. Time itself seems fluid here, stretching and shaping the formation of matter and energy. Expansion dominates, carrying nascent particles apart, giving them space to evolve. Gravity begins to gather matter, forming the first stars and galaxies. You float through this ancient landscape, feeling the interplay of forces that define both space and time. Each second, each movement, is part of a cosmic rhythm that persists across billions of years, patient, deliberate, and serene as you drift. Consider how time slows and stretches across the universe. In regions where gravity is intense, near massive clusters or black holes, time flows differently compared to the quiet voids dominated by dark energy. You sense that this flexibility is a natural aspect of existence, a reminder that time is not rigid but fluid, responsive to the environment and the cosmic rhythm. Your own perception of moments and duration begins to shift, mirroring the gentle variations in the flow of space and time. Picture a galaxy at the edge of the observable universe. Its light has taken billions of years to reach you, and during that journey, the space it traveled through has stretched continuously. Time and distance are intertwined here. You feel the weightlessness of witnessing history in motion, observing events long past as though they are unfolding before you in slow, meditative clarity. The universe teaches patience in this way, showing that even immense scales and eons of time can unfold without urgency, with calm inevitability. Think of your own life in comparison. Human perception of time is intimate and immediate, yet the universe reminds you that time is vast, flexible, and intertwined with the fabric of space. Each moment is like a photon, traveling along a path influenced by both local forces and the gentle expansion of the cosmos. You sense that your awareness, like light, can drift across memory, observation, and anticipation, flowing within a rhythm that is patient, continuous, and infinitely forgiving. Now, imagine the far future of the universe, where galaxies have drifted even farther apart under the influence of dark energy. Time seems to stretch infinitely, and the vast emptiness between clusters grows ever larger. You float among these spaces, aware that motion continues, but in a calm, measured flow. The universe expands silently, gracefully, carrying matter and light, shaping time with a soft hand. You feel your own heartbeat echoing this rhythm, inhaling and exhaling with the cosmic pulse. Aware that patience shapes both space and consciousness, as you drift further, notice the subtle patterns created by expansion. Light from distant galaxies carries the history of their motion, revealing the steady influence of dark energy. You feel the connection between observation and existence, between measurement and awareness. Time becomes a canvas, stretched and textured by space, yet coherent and gentle. You sense that this is a meditation, an invitation to align your mind with the vast rhythm of the cosmos, to float alongside its patient unfolding, weightless and calm. Consider the interplay of scales. On the human level, seconds pass quickly, moments flicker, and events seem urgent. On the cosmic scale, millions of years pass like gentle breaths. Stars live and die, galaxies drift, and space stretches silently. You sense that the universe is teaching a quiet lesson. Everything moves in its own rhythm, and patience, subtlety, and calm are essential to understanding the flow of time. You feel yourself expanding into this awareness, weightless and attuned, observing without rush, experiencing without urgency. Now, picture a photon leaving a galaxy at the edge of the observable universe. Its journey is both long and gentle, carried through expanding space across billions of years. You drift alongside it, feeling the quiet pull of gravity, the patient stretch of dark energy, the subtle shaping of cosmic time. Each moment is delicate, each increment of motion meaningful, yet calm. The universe moves in measured increments, and you sense that your own awareness is flowing in harmony with this rhythm. Breathing in the gentle expansion of all that exists, imagine the vast voids between clusters. Here, time feels slower, quieter, stretched by the pervasive presence of dark energy. The cosmic clock ticks gently, measured not in human seconds, but in the patient unfolding of space. You feel the resonance of this rhythm within your body and mind, your thoughts flowing with the gentle expansion, your breath in tune with the universe's pulse. There is a calm wisdom in observing this, a quiet understanding that time itself is shaped by the gentle forces that govern space. As you continue to drift, notice that the universe is not chaotic, despite its immense scale. The stretching of space, the pull of gravity, the journey of light, they all exist in harmony. Time flows differently across distances, yet remains coherent within the grand cosmic rhythm. You float among galaxies, aware of the subtle pulse of expansion, sensing that each moment, each motion, is part of a calm and deliberate design. Patience, persistence, and subtlety shape the universe, and you are a part of this serene meditation. Now, imagine the human mind reflecting this cosmic rhythm. Thoughts appear, drift, and dissolve. Awareness expands and contracts. Memory stretches like space, and perception flows with gentle elasticity. You sense that your consciousness is attuned to the same quiet, patient forces that shape the cosmos. Time, like space, is a flexible rhythm, responsive, expansive, and infinitely calm. You feel yourself aligned with this flow, weightless, peaceful, and aware of the endless patience that guides all motion. And as you float further into the gentle stretch of cosmic time, you notice that every photon, every galaxy, every subtle pulse of space carries with it a story of patience, balance, and expansion. You sense that these forces are not only shaping matter, but also teaching awareness, showing that calm persistence can create beauty, coherence, and harmony across the grandest scales imaginable. Close your eyes and imagine the universe as an immense tapestry woven with threads of matter, energy, and light. Each thread carries memory, a record of events that have unfolded over billions of years. Stars ignite and fade, galaxies form and drift apart, yet the traces of their existence remain encoded in the very structure of space. You float within this tapestry, weightless, attuned to the quiet resonance of memory. Stretched across cosmic distances, notice the photons traveling from distant galaxies. Each is a messenger, a carrier of information about the star or galaxy that produced it. The light preserves the shape, color, and motion of its source, like a letter written across space and time. You drift alongside these photons, aware that every journey encodes history. Every path preserves events that would otherwise be lost. The universe remembers, even as it expands, as if the very fabric of space has the capacity to hold on to the echoes of existence. Now, imagine gravitational waves rippling through the cosmos. These waves, born from collisions of black holes or neutron stars, carry precise imprints of cataclysmic events. They pass through space like whispers, stretching and compressing the fabric as they travel. You sense their rhythm, subtle yet profound, and you understand that these waves are another form of memory, a quiet recording of the universe's most dramatic moments. Even as dark energy stretches space around them, these waves persist, carrying the echoes of distant, ancient collisions. Consider the cosmic microwave background, the soft glow left from the early universe. This radiation is like a faint fingerprint, preserving the memory of the cosmos when it was only hundreds of thousands of years old. You float through this gentle light, feeling its warmth as a calm hum beneath the stars. Every photon carries a record of density fluctuations, subtle variations that would later grow into galaxies and clusters. You sense that the universe has been preserving its own story from the very beginning, keeping history alive in every particle, every wave, every quiet flicker of energy. Think of dark energy's role in this cosmic memory. It stretches space without erasing the imprints of history. Galaxies drift apart, voids expand, and yet the records carried by light and gravitational waves endure. You feel the elegance of this balance. Expansion allows space to grow, giving the universe room to evolve, while memory persists, delicate yet resilient. You float within this calm interplay, aware that even as space stretches infinitely, the cosmos does not forget. History is embedded in motion, energy, and structure, waiting patiently to be read by those who observe with care. Imagine the cosmic web, a vast lattice connecting galaxies and clusters. Its filaments are shaped by gravity, dark matter, and expansion. Yet they also hold a subtle record of how matter moved over billions of years. Each filament preserves the flow of galaxies along its paths, the tug of clusters, the gentle push of dark energy. You drift along these threads, sensing that the universe's history is encoded in the patterns of structure, a serene and persistent memory written in the arrangement of space itself. Now, picture a star forming within a dense molecular cloud. As gravity pulls gas and dust together, nuclear fusion ignites, and light begins to radiate outward. This light, carrying information about temperature, composition, and motion, joins the cosmic memory, traveling across the universe, a faithful recorder of creation. You float alongside this emerging light, aware that its journey will preserve knowledge for billions of years. The universe is meticulous in keeping record, embedding memory into motion, energy, and the gentle flow of time. Consider black holes, the silent archivists of the universe. As matter falls into them, information is preserved at the event horizon, encoded in subtle quantum properties. Even as dark energy stretches space around them, this information remains part of the cosmic ledger. You sense that the universe is both vast and meticulous, allowing some events to be dramatic, others subtle, but all captured and stored in the grand memory of existence. The cosmos is a careful historian, patient and enduring, recording its own story without haste or distraction. Notice how light from distant galaxies carries both history and change. The cosmological redshift, caused by the expansion of space, stretches wavelengths as photons travel toward you. This stretch encodes both distance and time, a gentle reminder of the universe's growth. Dark energy ensures that space continues to expand, yet the memory carried by light persists. You drift with these photons, aware that each one is a story, a gentle pulse of remembrance, a note in the universe's ongoing meditation on existence. Think of the scale of cosmic preservation. A single galaxy cluster, a distant star, or a gravitational wave can encode events across millions or billions of years. The universe is both vast and intricate, capable of holding immense spans of time within the quiet motion of space. You feel a profound calm, realizing that memory in the cosmos is not fragile. It is persistent, subtle, and enduring, woven into every aspect of the expanding universe. Now, imagine yourself as a participant in this cosmic archive. Every observation, every measurement, every act of awareness contributes to the living memory of the universe. Your mind mirrors the cosmos in its ability to perceive and preserve. You float among photons, waves, and filaments, attuned to the echoes of history embedded in space. You feel a connection to the grand narrative, a sense of belonging within a story that stretches across billions of years. The universe remembers, and you are part of its serene record. Consider the gentle influence of dark energy once more. It stretches space between galaxies, creating room for structures to evolve without erasing the imprints of history. The universe grows and expands, yet every motion leaves a trace. You sense that this is a kind of cosmic mindfulness, an awareness embedded in the very fabric of existence. Memory persists not because space is rigid, but because the universe carries information delicately, embedding history within motion, light, and the patterns of matter. Think of cosmic evolution as a slow, meditative process. Stars form, shine, and fade. Galaxies collide, merge, and drift apart. Light travels across space, carrying information about every event. You drift within this process, aware that every step preserves memory, a serene record of creation and transformation. The universe is both dynamic and contemplative, expanding with dark energy while remembering all that has come before. You feel your own mind aligning with this rhythm, inhaling and exhaling with the quiet persistence of cosmic memory. Now, picture gravitational waves traveling through the universe, stretching and compressing space as they move. These waves carry precise information about their sources, like ripples on a pond, preserving the impact of a pebble long after it has sunk. You float alongside these waves, sensing their calm, persistent record-keeping. Even as dark energy stretches space beneath them, the waves maintain their information, a subtle and enduring echo of events that occurred long before your existence. Notice how the expansion of space does not erase history, but instead provides context. Galaxies drift farther apart, voids widen, and the universe grows. Yet every photon, wave, and structure preserves the story of how things came to be. You feel a sense of awe at this meticulous balance, aware that the universe can expand infinitely while holding on to its past. Memory and growth coexist in serene harmony, a meditation in motion as you drift. Consider the interplay between light, matter, and dark energy in preserving cosmic memory. Photons carry information across billions of years. Gravitational waves record dramatic events, and dark energy stretches space without erasing history. The universe is both a witness and a recorder, patient and deliberate. You float within this ongoing archive, attuned to the delicate interplay of forces, aware that memory persists even in the quietest, most distant corners of space. Imagine the threads of the cosmic web as strands of memory, connecting galaxies, clusters, and voids. Gravity shapes these threads, dark energy stretches them, and light travels along them, carrying knowledge. You float among these strands, sensing the subtle recording of every motion, every collision, every birth of a star. The universe is a vast, gentle librarian, holding its history with care, and you are suspended in its serene cataloging of time. And as you drift through this expanse, you begin to understand that the universe is not only growing and evolving, but remembering. Every photon, wave, and structure is a testament to persistence, to patient observation, to the delicate imprint of existence. You feel your mind attuning to this rhythm, aligning with the calm, expansive memory embedded in space, weightless and at peace, drifting alongside the cosmos itself. Close your eyes and imagine the universe as a vast, flowing ocean. Each galaxy is a ripple, each star a gentle wave, and every motion leaves a trace that moves forward in time. You float in this cosmic sea, weightless, aware that every shift, every pull, and every collision echoes across the fabric of space. The universe carries its own memory, not as rigid records, but as gentle imprints that shape the motion of everything that follows. Notice the ripples of gravity across space. When galaxies pass near one another, their mutual pull leaves subtle distortions in the paths of stars and gas. These are not sudden or violent. They are slow, patient nudges that continue to influence motion for millions or even billions of years. You drift among these galaxies, sensing the echoes of past interactions guiding their paths like soft whispers, carried across time, shaping structure without haste or force. Consider dark energy's role in this cosmic choreography. It stretches space while preserving the echoes of motion, letting galaxies drift apart while still following the imprints left by gravity and past collisions. You sense the delicate balance between expansion and history, a rhythm that is both persistent and gentle. The universe moves forward, yet the past remains present, an invisible influence shaping the evolution of cosmic structures. You float within this flow, weightless and attuned to the subtle resonance of motion. Imagine a cluster of galaxies, spinning and orbiting, interacting with its neighbors. Past collisions have altered their paths, leaving echoes that persist through the quiet tug of gravity. Each star, each orbit, carries traces of prior motion, subtle distortions that continue to influence future behavior. You feel the gentle ripple of history extending outward, echoing across the void, a testament to continuity and persistence. The universe is a meditation in motion, where past and present intertwine gracefully. Now, consider the journey of light across these moving structures. Photons carry information about the positions, motions, and energies of their sources. The paths they trace are influenced not only by the expansion of space, but also by the gravitational echoes left by past events. You drift alongside these photons, aware that they preserve a narrative of cosmic motion, a subtle story of interaction, expansion, and memory. Each beam of light becomes a thread linking past and present, a quiet reflection of cause and effect. Think of black holes, the silent repositories of cosmic motion. Their immense gravity leaves imprints on surrounding matter and spacetime, bending light and guiding the paths of nearby objects. Collisions and mergers send ripples across the universe, influencing motion far beyond their immediate surroundings. You sense the echoes of these events carried through space as waves, subtle yet enduring. Dark energy stretches the space around them, yet these imprints persist, delicate and resilient. You float within this cosmic symphony, weightless and aware of the quiet continuity of cause and effect. Notice the cosmic web, the vast network of filaments connecting galaxies and clusters. Each filament preserves the echoes of past formation, the paths along which galaxies have drifted, the influence of gravity and dark energy. Motion along these threads is guided by what came before, a gentle continuity shaping the universe's evolution. You drift along the filaments, attuned to the history embedded within their structure, aware that every current and ripple carries the subtle influence of prior events. Imagine a star forming in a dense cloud of gas. Past waves of motion, disturbances from nearby stars, and the gravitational pull of distant matter all leave imprints on the cloud's collapse. These echoes guide the star's formation, influencing its mass, rotation, and eventual path. You float beside this process, sensing the patient persistence of cosmic history. How past motions continue to shape creation, softly, invisibly, yet profoundly. The universe is a living archive of motion, and every new formation is informed by what came before. As you drift further, notice how galaxies themselves carry echoes of prior interactions. Tidal tails, distorted shapes, and subtle asymmetries are all remnants of past gravitational dances. You sense that these echoes are more than scars. They are guides, influencing future motion like the gentle pull of memory across time. Dark energy ensures space stretches around them, providing freedom while preserving the continuity of motion. You float with this understanding, aware that even in vast emptiness, the past resonates in every subtle movement. Consider the journey of cosmic rays, high-energy particles traveling across space. Their paths are influenced by the magnetic fields of galaxies, clusters, and filaments, which themselves are shaped by the echoes of past events. Each deflection, each scattering, is a record of prior motion, a subtle nudge carried forward across millions of years. You drift alongside these cosmic travelers, sensing the delicate guidance of history in every path, a quiet testament to the persistence of motion in the expanding universe. Imagine gravitational waves spreading from distant collisions of black holes or neutron stars. These waves stretch and compress space as they move, carrying with them the precise information of past events. Even as dark energy stretches the surrounding space, the ripples persist, a gentle echo of what has already occurred. You float among these waves, attuned to their rhythm, aware that the universe communicates history through motion, and that every event leaves a lasting, albeit subtle, imprint on the cosmic fabric. Think of dark energy not only as a stretching force, but as a companion to memory, providing space in which echoes can persist. As galaxies drift apart, the imprints of their past interactions remain encoded in motion, light, and gravitational fields. You sense the calm balance in this interplay, a rhythm where history and growth coexist peacefully. The universe moves forward while carrying its past with care, like a slow, meditative dance that never forgets its steps. Notice how time itself is woven into these echoes. A distant galaxy's motion reflects billions of years of interaction, its rotation shaped by ancient collisions, tidal forces, and the gentle tug of gravity. Photons traveling from it preserve these details, carrying the narrative forward. You float within this interplay of space, time, and motion, feeling the quiet persistence of cause and effect across the cosmos. Every step in the dance leaves an imprint. Every motion contributes to the ongoing rhythm of creation. Now, imagine yourself drifting alongside the universe, weightless and aware. Your consciousness moves with the echoes of motion, observing how past events shape the present and guide the future. You sense that every action leaves a mark, subtle and enduring, even in the vast emptiness between clusters. The universe is patient, preserving these imprints with care, allowing history to inform evolution without haste or disruption. You float within this calm, meditative rhythm, attuned to the continuity of motion. Consider how the cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, preserves the earliest echoes of the universe. Density fluctuations, tiny differences in temperature, became the seeds of galaxies and clusters. You sense that even the earliest whispers of creation influence motion billions of years later, shaping the cosmic landscape. Dark energy stretches the space around these structures, yet the echoes endure. You float alongside this ancient memory, aware of the persistence of cause, effect, and the gentle guidance of history. Think of the interplay between dark matter and dark energy. Dark matter provides gravitational scaffolding, guiding motion and influencing structure. Dark energy stretches space, allowing evolution without erasing memory. Together, they maintain the echoes of past events, shaping the universe's motion and preserving continuity across immense distances. You float among these forces, attuned to their rhythm, feeling the persistent guidance of cosmic history in every motion you observe. Now, picture a galaxy colliding with another. The event sends ripples through stars, gas, and dark matter. These ripples propagate outward, influencing future paths and shaping motion long after the initial encounter. Dark energy continues to stretch the space around them, but the echoes of interaction persist, subtle and enduring. You float with these galaxies, aware of the quiet persistence of past motion and the gentle shaping of future paths. Every collision, every ripple, is a meditation in movement, a reminder of the continuity of time and motion. as you drift further. Consider that every structure in the universe, every star, cluster, filament, and void carries echoes of prior events. Past motion informs the present, and present motion shapes the future. You sense a profound calm in this continuity, a gentle reassurance that the universe evolves not chaotically, but as a patient meditation where every motion is guided by echoes that persist across eons. You float weightlessly, attuned to this rhythm, aware of your own place within the ongoing dance of cause and effect. And as you drift within the echoes of cosmic motion, you notice a subtle pattern. The universe preserves memory through motion, through light, through gravity, and through the stretching of space itself. Every ripple, every photon, every orbit carries a quiet record of what came before, guiding what will follow. You float alongside these imprints, aware of their persistence, attuned to the gentle, patient rhythm that shapes the cosmos across billions of years. Close your eyes and drift among the stars. Feel the quiet presence of gravity pulling clouds of gas together, nudging particles into a slow dance that will one day ignite as a star. Each motion carries the echoes of previous events, ancient collisions, distant waves, and long-past structures. These subtle histories guide formation, reminding you that creation is never isolated. Every birth in the cosmos is influenced by what came before, a harmonious continuation of an eternal melody. Imagine a nebula, a soft cloud of gas and dust stretching across light. Gravity gathers matter into denser clumps. You sense the patient rhythm as these clumps rotate and collide, forming protostars. Each movement is informed by the motions of surrounding matter and the residual gravitational influences of nearby stars. Dark energy stretches the space around them, giving room for structures to grow while preserving the imprints of past interactions. You float within this dance, attuned to the quiet harmony guiding formation. Notice the birth of a star. Nuclear fusion ignites, releasing light and energy. This energy, in turn, shapes the surrounding nebula, pushing clouds outward and sculpting new regions where stars may form in the future. You sense the interconnectedness of creation, how one event influences another, like notes in a symphony that echo and harmonize across vast distances. The universe composes patiently, allowing each moment to contribute to the ongoing melody. Think of galaxies forming in clusters. Gravity gathers matter, guiding the assembly of stars and planets, while dark energy stretches space between clusters, providing room for new structures to emerge. You float through these clusters, aware of the subtle influences shaping motion. Each galaxy carries the memory of past events, collisions, rotations, and tidal poles that inform its present shape and future evolution. Creation is not random. It is a careful orchestration, a gentle layering of cause, effect, and persistent influence. Consider the formation of planetary systems. A young star is surrounded by a spinning disk of gas and dust. Gravity pulls particles together, forming larger bodies that eventually become planets. These planets inherit subtle motions from their environment, nudges from nearby stars, the remnants of previous supernova, the distribution of matter in their nebula. You drift among them, sensing the continuity of motion and memory, aware that creation is guided by echoes of the past. stretching into the potential of the future now. Imagine the formation of heavy elements inside stars. Through nuclear fusion, lighter elements combine to form heavier ones. When these stars die, exploding as supernova, they release these elements into space, enriching the surrounding medium for new generations of stars and planets. You float with the debris, aware that creation is recursive, building upon itself with gentle patience. Every explosion, every release of energy leaves imprints in the cosmic fabric, influencing what comes next. Picture the cosmic web where galaxies and clusters are connected by filaments of matter. These structures form through the combined influence of gravity, dark matter, and the motion of previously formed galaxies. Each filament preserves subtle echoes of past motion, guiding the placement and behavior of matter within it. Dark energy stretches the web, giving it room to grow and evolve. You sense that creation is embedded within memory, a continuous flow where past interactions guide future formation with gentle precision. Consider the quiet motion of voids between filaments. These empty regions are not truly empty. They carry the imprints of previous structure formation. Their expansion under dark energy creates space for future matter to move, allowing creation to proceed without overcrowding. You drift among these voids, aware that even emptiness plays a role in the harmony of creation, shaping what will form next. The universe uses both presence and absence, structure and space, to compose its eternal melody. Imagine the gentle spirals of galaxies forming from rotations and collisions. Each spiral preserves echoes of motion from nearby structures and past encounters. Stars trace orbits influenced by these subtle histories, creating patterns that endure across billions of years. You drift within these spirals, weightless and attuned to the silent guidance of past interactions. Creation unfolds patiently, informed by history, shaped by motion, and guided by the harmonious interaction of cosmic forces. Think of star clusters forming within galaxies. Dense regions of gas collapse under gravity, forming multiple stars that orbit a common center. Each cluster preserves the memory of prior motions, the influence of nearby supernova, and the distribution of dark matter. You float among these newborn stars, sensing the continuity of history guiding their paths. Creation is not chaotic. It is deliberate, subtle, and profoundly harmonious, a meditation in motion that unfolds across time and space. Now consider the formation of planetary atmospheres. Planets collect gases from their surroundings, shaped by the radiation of their star, the motion of nearby planets, and the composition of interstellar material. You drift through these young atmospheres, aware that each one carries echoes of prior interactions and cosmic influences. Dark energy provides the space in which these processes can occur, while gravity ensures coherence and structure. Creation is a careful balance, guided by both presence and space, motion and memory. Notice the cycle of matter in the cosmos. Stars live, release elements, and die. These elements seed new stars, planets, and nebulae. Motion carries memory, and creation uses these echoes to guide formation. You float within this cycle, aware that nothing is wasted, nothing truly forgotten. The universe recycles, reuses, and recombines, creating new forms while preserving traces of the old. You sense a profound calm in this continuity, a patient orchestration that spans billions of years. Imagine the delicate interplay of forces in galaxy mergers. Two galaxies draw together under gravity, stars and gas interacting, forming new structures. The echoes of prior motion guide this process, shaping the orbits and trajectories of individual stars. Dark energy ensures that the space around them stretches, providing room for new patterns to emerge. You float among these galaxies, aware that creation is a dialogue between past and present, motion and memory, gravity and expansion. Consider the birth of planets in binary star systems. The motions of two stars create complex gravitational landscapes, yet planets still form, guided by echoes of past interactions and the distribution of matter. You drift among these worlds, sensing the quiet patience with which creation occurs, aware that even in complexity there is order, harmony, and gentle guidance. Creation unfolds as a meditation, a continuous layering of influence and motion, shaped by the universe's memory. Now, picture the quiet growth of cosmic structures over billions of years. Galaxies spin, clusters form, voids expand, and filaments stretch across space. Each movement carries echoes of the past, guiding what will come next. You float within this rhythm, weightless and attuned to the subtle harmonies that shaped the universe. Creation is not sudden. It is deliberate, patient, and continuous, a meditation in motion that mirrors your own calm awareness. Imagine the formation of moons around distant planets. Tiny variations in motion, subtle gravitational nudges, and the distribution of debris influence their paths. Each orbit preserves echoes of prior events, shaping the moon's motion and stability. You drift alongside these moons, aware of the delicate interplay of memory and motion, structure and space. The universe composes creation like a symphony, layering sound upon sound, motion upon motion, memory upon memory. Consider the gentle influence of dark energy in all of this. It stretches space, providing room for new structures to emerge. Yet it preserves the echoes of past motion, ensuring that creation follows a harmonious rhythm. You sense the elegance of this balance, aware that the universe moves forward while honoring its history. Creation is a meditation, patient, deliberate, and profoundly calm, a reflection of the universe's infinite capacity to harmonize motion, memory, and space. And as you drift through the cosmos, aware of stars igniting, galaxies merging, and planets forming, you feel the serene continuity of creation. Motion echoes through time, memory guides formation, and forces cooperate gently to compose structures of immense complexity and beauty. You float weightless, attuned to the rhythm of birth and growth, aware that the universe creates not through haste, but through calm, deliberate, and harmonious processes. Close your eyes and drift gently into the distant future. Imagine the universe, billions, trillions of years ahead. Space stretches silently under the influence of dark energy, expanding the distance between galaxies. Stars have burned through their fuel, some collapsing into black holes, others fading into quiet remnants. You float weightless, immersed in the vast stillness of a cosmos that has endured through eons, carrying with it echoes of all that has come before. Notice how light continues to travel across the universe. Even as galaxies drift ever farther apart, photons from distant stars and galaxies journey through expanding space, stretching into longer wavelengths, preserving information about events long past. You sense that memory persists, that even as space grows, the universe does not forget. The story of creation, formation, and evolution is encoded in every particle, every wave, and every subtle motion, waiting for observers to perceive and reflect upon it. Imagine galaxies slowly separating. The influence of gravity diminishes as dark energy stretches space, and clusters drift apart like leaves on a gentle cosmic wind. You float among these islands of matter, aware that creation has slowed in some ways, but the potential for new formation remains. Stars within these galaxies continue their quiet lives, burning fuel, creating heavier elements, and leaving imprints on the interstellar medium. The universe whispers of persistence, continuity, and calm evolution. Consider the ultimate fate of stars. Massive stars collapse into black holes, some merging in dramatic collisions that send gravitational waves rippling through space. Medium-sized stars fade into white dwarfs, slowly cooling, their light dimming into subtle glows that persist for billions of years. Even these remnants carry the memory of past fusion, preserving traces of the processes that shaped them. You drift alongside these dying stars, sensing that creation continues in subtle, quiet forms, leaving a gentle echo for the future. Now, think of planets around distant stars. Some have cooled, oceans frozen, atmospheres thinning, yet their very existence preserves the record of their formation. You float past these ancient worlds, sensing the calm endurance of matter, shaped by gravity, motion, and prior events. Even in isolation, the echoes of past formation persist, and dark energy ensures that the space around them continues to expand, offering room for motion, evolution, and eventual interaction. Notice the cosmic web, stretching across ever-expanding space. Its filaments, shaped by dark matter and gravity, preserve the imprint of billions of years of motion. Galaxies follow these structures, guided by echoes of past interactions. Even as expansion grows faster under dark energy, these cosmic highways persist, maintaining a subtle memory of past structure formation. You float among the threads, aware that the future is informed by the patient imprint of the past. Consider black holes and their quiet dominion. As matter falls into them, information is preserved at the event horizon, encoded in subtle quantum imprints. Some black holes merge, sending waves of motion and gravitational ripples outward, while others drift silently through space. You sense the enduring influence of these objects, shaping future motion, preserving cosmic memory, and carrying forward the legacy of creation in a quiet, deliberate rhythm. Imagine the slow decay of matter over unimaginable timescales. Stars and planets, black holes and remnants, eventually lose energy, radiating away heat and motion. You float in this serene emptiness, aware that even as structures fade, the imprints of motion, memory, and cosmic rhythm persist. The universe whispers of patient transformation, where even decay is part of a broader meditation on continuity, subtlety, and graceful evolution. Now, Picture the photons from long-dead stars traveling through space. They carry information across time, stretched by dark energy, encoding the history of creation in wavelengths that continue to traverse the void. You drift alongside them, weightless, sensing the persistence of memory and the quiet endurance of the universe. Each photon is a reminder that the story of creation continues, even in the farthest reaches of the cosmos. Think of cosmic collisions far in the future. Galaxies that were once neighbors may meet again, guided by gravitational echoes, forming new structures, igniting new bursts of star formation, even in a sparse, expanding universe. Dark energy stretches space around these interactions, yet the echoes of past motion guide their evolution. You float among these distant mergers, sensing the calm orchestration of creation, informed by history, and flowing patiently toward the futur. Consider the eventual cooling of white dwarfs into black dwarfs, the fading of neutron stars, and the quiet endurance of stellar remnants. Even as energy diminishes, memory persists in the structure of matter and the paths traced through space. You drift alongside these objects, sensing that the universe preserves echoes across immense timescales, ensuring that the history of motion, formation, and interaction is never entirely lost. Imagine voids expanding even further under dark energy. These vast emptinesses shape the future landscape, guiding where galaxies might drift, where interactions may or may not occur. You float in these regions, aware that emptiness, too, carries memory, not in matter, but in the subtle shaping of space, the silent guidance of where motion can unfold. Even absence becomes part of the universe's whispering. Narrative, notice the gentle influence of gravitational waves across eons. Black hole mergers and neutron star collisions send ripples through space-time, encoding precise information about past motion. Even as space stretches under dark energy, these waves persist, subtle yet enduring, guiding future paths. You float alongside them, attuned to the quiet communication of the universe, where past events shape future evolution in a rhythm, both patient and meditative. Some regions teem with stars and galaxies, slowly moving along cosmic filaments. Other regions are silent, with remnants drifting alone. You sense that the universe maintains a harmonious balance, allowing creation to persist even as expansion stretches the fabric of space. Motion carries memory, space preserves room, and together they compose a future that is both inevitable and serene. Now, imagine the future interactions of dark matter. It continues to shape structure, guiding the formation of new galaxies or clusters where material remains. Even as energy diminishes and space stretches ever wider, the subtle influence of dark matter preserves echoes of past motion, informing how the universe continues to evolve. You float weightless among these invisible structures, sensing their quiet but persistent guidance of cosmic creation. Think of the faint, residual light from the earliest galaxies, traveling endlessly through space. These photons stretch and cool, yet they carry the record of formation, movement, and interaction across billions of years. You drift alongside them, aware that even in the vast emptiness of the future, the universe retains memory, preserving information and history in quiet, patient ways. Each photon is a whisper, a gentle echo, a note in the ongoing meditation of existence. Imagine that, over unimaginable eons, the universe continues to expand, stars burn out, galaxies drift apart, and black holes dominate the cosmic landscape. Yet even in this distant epoch, creation is guided by past echoes, by subtle forces and memory preserved in the structure of space and matter. You float weightlessly, attuned to the rhythm of the universe, aware that every motion carries a history, every formation carries a trace of prior events, and the future unfolds as a continuation of this patient orchestration. Consider the serenity of time, stretching across these scales. Human seconds are irrelevant here. The rhythm is measured in billions and trillions of years. Yet within this vast stretch, motion, memory, and creation continue their delicate interplay. You drift with the universe, your awareness aligned with the patient, enduring flow of time, sensing that, even as energy diminishes, the echoes of creation guide what remains. Now, picture the universe as a vast meditation. Expansion, gravity, dark energy, light, and matter all play their parts in a calm orchestration of creation and evolution. Memory persists, motion guides, and structure emerges with gentle inevitability. You float weightless, aware that the future, while distant and uncertain, carries the imprints of the past, ensuring continuity, harmony, and serene evolution. Notice how dark energy ensures space continues to grow, allowing room for motion and the subtle unfolding of structure. You sense that even in the far future, the universe preserves its past while shaping what comes next. Every photon, every wave, every subtle motion contributes to a calm, meditative symphony that stretches across time and space. Patient and enduring, imagine the universe as both living memory and gentle future. Every star that burns, every black hole that forms, every galaxy that drifts preserves echoes of what has come before, shaping the possibilities of what is yet to come. You drift alongside these structures, weightless, aware of the continuity of motion, memory, and creation across unimaginable scales. And as you float through the distant future, witnessing galaxies, stars, and light stretching endlessly under dark energy, you sense the universe whispering its serene promise that creation endures, that motion carries memory, and that the echoes of all that has come before guide the quiet, patient unfolding of everything yet to come.